Can you just tell me a little bit about who you are, what brings you out here in 8 degrees right now? What's your name?
My name is Lindsay.
Lindsay, what do you do?
I actually work in real estate.
In real estate. How about you? What's your name? What do you do?
My name is Jessica. I work at a packaging firm in...
Wow. Look at these radical left-wing Antifa terrorists, chat. Y'all see this? Y'all seeing this shit? The real Antifa. I'm seeing it. The white women vanguard. White women, save me. Save me, white women.
I'm at.
And so, how often are you doing this? Coming out onto the streets to protest what you're seeing happening in Minneapolis?
As often as we can. We obviously need to take breaks for ourselves and our humanity and our brains, but we are out here as much as we can be.
What does it feel like to have these armed mass federal troops, to know now that there are subpoenas issued to the mayor of this city, to the governor of this state by the federal government, Donald Trump? They have long said they consider invoking the Insurrection Act. We know that there are literal troops, army troops that are on standby to come here. How's it feel to be citizens of Minnesota right now today?
It's absolutely terrifying. I am obviously not the target that they're going after, but anytime I drive by an ICE agent, my whole body just freezes up. It's just terrifying to know what they're doing and, you know, having to explain this to your children, you know, who are worried about their friends.
I think that's important to emphasize, is that it's not unusual to see these agents out on the streets here. Have you seen them out and about?
Oh, yeah. I drove past one the other day. They haven't come to my specific neighborhood or my work yet, but I'm terrified that they would.
And yet you're out here anyway, even though they're not coming to your neighborhood.
Absolutely. And I would hope that anybody else would be as well. If you're silent, you're not going to make a difference.
It's really important that everyone...
Hey, by the way, Ken Leakenstein is at it again. Leak Doc, Homeland Security's domestic terror obsession. Department of Homeland Security is worried about people with class-based or economic grievances per its annual threat assessment. Remember when I told you that they are trying to actively make it illegal and make you out to be a terrorist if you are on the left? Well, it turns out if you have any sort of economic anxiety, whether you're a Trump supporter or not, the government might be coming after you. I wonder why. I wonder why they have this hyperfixation on class-based struggle. What is this?
I don't want war. All I want is peace. 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 A little piece of Poland, a little piece of France, a little piece of Portugal and Austria perchance. A little slice of Turkey and all that entails. And then a piece of England, Scotland, Ireland and Wales. A little nip of Norway, a little spot of Greece, a little hunk of Hungary. Oh, what a lovely feast. A little bite of Belgium. And now for some dessert. Romania, Albania and Russia. Hey! A little piece of Poland. A little piece of France.
Theater kid-ass video? Mel Brooks, bro? Really? Producers? Like, that's crazy. What do you mean theater kid-ass video?
A little piece of India and Pakistan perchance.
This is a certified classic. Chat is literally too young for this. Bro, this is like making fun of Beethoven, dude. Like, bro, Beethoven don't even slap, brother. Like, this is art, you Philistine. Oh my God, read a book. Holy shit. That's crazy. I can't believe it.
I don't.
That's what Elon was trying to joke about? I doubt that he's cultured enough to have been making a reference. I think he accidentally arrived at the same conclusion of a fictionalized version of Hitler in a theater play, in a failed theater play. Beethoven had hoes? Okay. Facts.
Stand up together on this Friday and make sure that we are sending a strong, clear message that President Trump, Vice President Vance, Minnesotans are working together to get ICE out of our state. It is not making us safer. It is not making our neighborhoods any better by the actions that are happening in our communities, and it must end. People are dying. People, they are causing car accidents. They are hurting people. It is happening constantly. It is not who we are, and I hope that this can end, and Friday will show that Minnesotans are together on this work.
No, this is not bad. This is not more begging from the libs. This is the Minnesota Democrat Farmer Labor Party actually doing something, okay? Like, this is mass action taking place. I think that Minneapolis is doing a very interesting thing, And I think it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of organizing to put something like this together on such short notice. And not only that, but also this will be an important testing ground. Okay? Because a lot of people go, oh, 1 day protest law. Bitch, you do 0 day protests. You just chirp on Twitter. You are worthless. Okay? Please stop. It's the same principle behind like the No Kings protest. Like now you got actual labor unions trying to pull off a single day general strike. Do you know how hard that shit is to coordinate? How hard that shit is to organize? No, you don't know anything. Okay? You don't know anything. Remember Hasan went to France and they said 1 day protest is the issue? Oh my God. Brother, we are in the United States of America. You have a 10% union, labor union density in the current, in the current labor pool. Okay. Unions are completely dead in the water. They do zero political activism as opposed to how they used to operate. They used to be militant. Okay. You start small. That's the point that I'm trying to make. It's good. This is a good thing. And if this is successful, then now it's easier to do it again. Now you have proof that it works. Now you at least know how to do it, how to pull it off, and you can do it again and again and again everywhere else. This is how it builds a movement. Okay. The general strikes took place in Italy, which has a much stronger tradition of labor militancy than we do, and a higher percentage of union participation in the labor force than we do. Didn't happen overnight either. Anyone who tries to
you need to
chirp at labor action such as this one is a delusional loser. Okay? Sorry. Wake the up. These people are actually trying to save themselves. They're trying to protect their neighbors. You're not doing shit when you talk on the internet. Okay? Seriously. That shit makes me so mad.
Up, Trump. We ain't with you. Get out of Minnesota.
Important doesn't feel like a strong enough word for what this means this coming Friday. It's exciting to consider the power that people's pocketbook, as they say, has.
We're trying to rally some people together to walk the streets to kind of like shut down.
Incredibly idiotic to say about Minneapolis, where neighborhoods have literally 13% density and all adults organized in rapid response networks. The day-to-day organizing in Minneapolis is exploding right now. Exactly. And the people that are saying that from the outside looking in, and they're not doing shit. That's the other thing. I see so many ultras on the internet that LARP, that just all they do is LARP. They're like, why won't people do acts of terrorism right now? It's like, brother, you're not doing anything. Like, these guys were able to facilitate a single day general strike that's statewide. Well, my method of resistance is much more preferable, which is posting deep fried memes on the internet.
Businesses shut down everything pretty much because we want to get ICE out of here.
It's a protest that allows us to remember how big our community can be, as strong as it can be when we come together. You have to stand up. This is not normal. We should not normalize this type of behavior.
The people have power in this country. That's what it's going to take, is all of us coming together, having each other's backs.
Hopefully the rest of the country can see that this walkout, this strike has an impact, whether big or small.
We built this shit. You know what I'm saying? We made this from the ground up. We can take this shit down and take it back. We're human beings, bro.
You gotta have heart here, bro. You feel me? You gotta have a heart, bro. You can't just put all of us in one circle and try to make us paint us as criminals, bro. It's real hard working Somalis, Mexicans, white people, all that, bro. Get ICE out of Minnesota.
These businesses are in the heart of the Hispanic community in Minneapolis. All the festivities like Cinco de Mayo, they all happen on this street.
It's so funny because like people will be like, no, the real thing is like doing a general strike countrywide, right? And then they try to organize it on subreddits. Like, get the out of here. You don't know the first thing about labor organizing. You don't understand. Like, you need strike funds. You need to get every labor union on board. That shit doesn't happen overnight. It's like a muscle. You have to build up. You have to start small.
I spoke to one of the only business owners that is open right now. It's this business right here. And he says that normally there's this diverse clientele, this hustle and bustle in this community. But now he describes it as dead. About 10 businesses are closed, including this one right here.
People are saying, what's next steps? If they keep it up, you keep building the strike. You keep building into the general strike. Okay? It's like a muscle, and it also basically builds confidence. This is how you create momentum around labor organizing. This is how you create momentum around solidarity. It's a show of force. And I would say this is a far more powerful show of force than even the No Kings protests. Like, people talk about 5501. I am agnostic about their existence. I don't think it's like, I don't think it's a solution, but I also don't think it's bad, right? But this is beyond that. You actually now have labor unions directly involved in it. They're doing work stoppages. Like, it's a huge deal. And when people say, oh my God, No Kings was toothless, it's like, again, you're not doing anything. It's time for more agitators. Yes, sure, dude. It's time for direct action now. Direct action now, comrade. I have some tenorite at this location. Please go and take it. You can blow up the train tracks.
The business owners
Ridiculous.
Are his friends, and he says that they've either been taken by ICE or that their employees are too afraid to go to work.
A lot of people every day wake up and say, I don't know where is the last day when I return my family.
He says ICE has been in his parking lot, this area back here behind the restaurant. Now he has an employee locking the door behind every customer coming in and going out. He wants to stay open, but he says that his willingness to do so has a limit.
What if the president invokes the Insurrection Act and sends troops here?
Pues ya sería la gota que derramó el vaso, porque pues ya todos, en ese caso ya no saldríamos nadie.
He says that would be the straw that would break the camel's back. He says that he's seen how even American citizens, protesters that are speaking out, have been treated badly by immigration officials or by police.
His message to everyone watching, if you can use your vote and your voice right now.
Came to Minneapolis to report on what's going on. One of the main questions I showed up with is, just what is the scale of resistance? After all, we're all used to the news calling Portland a war zone or whatever when it's just some protest in one part of town. I got in late last night. First thing this morning, I saw cars following an ICE vehicle down the street honking at it. Later, we didn't drive more than 3 blocks before we found people defending a child care facility. The idea that people have to defend a child facility, let that sink in. Half the street corners around here have people from every walk of life, including Republicans, standing guard to watch for suspicious vehicles, which are reported to a robust and entirely decentralized network that tracks ICE vehicles and mobilizes responders. I've been actively involved in protest movements for 24 years. I've never seen anything approaching this scale. Minneapolis is not accepting what's happening here. ICE murdered a woman for participating in this, and all that did is bring out more people from more walks of life. This is what I meant. This is what I was talking about with respect to Iran as well, for the record. Okay? When you behave like this, when you behave in a violent way to try to suppress people's lawful right to protest, people's lawful rights to defend their neighbors, when you come in and try to do a domestic occupation, people are only going to get more mad. You're only going to bring more people to the streets, okay? Well, maybe not the people in this chat that are chirping from the outside, but you're radicalizing normies, okay? You're radicalizing normies into taking action. Before I came, I asked a local friend if the cold is going to be minus 20 or so in the coming days would stop people from coming out. No, we'll be there. It's ICE who can't handle it. Today, I talked with a 76-year-old who's been standing in the cold for hours guarding our neighbors. I was getting kind of chilly. Even a new winter gear I bought for this trip, and I live in the goddamn mountains myself. She didn't even have that hat on. Another person put it, we're Minnesotans. We're excited to get our real winter gear out of the box for the year. He was an audio engineer whose kid went to school in the area. No way in hell was he going to let anyone come for kids on his watch. Another friend put it to me like this. ISIS made the classic Nazi mistake. They invaded winter people in the winter. I don't want to paint a rosy picture because it's a city under siege. People are being abducted all the time. One person told me about watching 1 to 2 abductions a day just in her own work following ICE. But when I asked an organizer what they wanted to see out of press coverage, they told me they wanted people to see the beautiful things they are building here and not just the worst stories and the worst of ISIS crimes. What people are doing here is beautiful. It's a tragic beauty, but a real one. Never seen you open a blue sky link? I mean, this was worthy. This was worthwhile.
Now do so, because today it's the immigrant community in Minnesota that is being targeted. Tomorrow, it could be another community in another state.
We're following breaking news this morning.
For the record, this is also part of the reason why you have to take action and mobilize like this, because it's a real economic threat.